What's up? What's up? What's up, family? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. We got another very important live tonight. I'm just gonna wait for more people to come in. Just wait for more people to come inside the channel. How's everybody doing? If this is your first time checking out this channel, do a favor for me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. Joseph, what's up? Marcus, what's up? Hey, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I'm just a little disappointed today. I'm kind of a little angry at Amazon. I had a special, something I wanted to show you guys. I'm a published author and a movie maker, and I just wanted to share something with you all at the beginning of the live, but Amazon let me down again. They took all my stuff down. So that really, really pissed me off. It's really hard to do stuff positive nowadays. There's so much negativity. You try to do something right and they just want to knock you down. Like, for example, I'm a published author too. Matter of fact, let me show y'all the books that I have. I made a movie and I published 3 books. This is a novel that I published through Amazon, but they took my account down. They took everything down. I don't understand what happened, but the name of the book is Descend into Chaos. This is another book that's formatted for Ingram Sparks. That's another publishing company. This is a sci-fi novel that I wrote like years ago, and everything that you're seeing that's happening today is in this book. And let me tell you something. And this is the coloring book that I was getting ready to advertise for Easter. Amazon took that down. I don't know, man. It's just really, really disappointing, man. So I got a call tomorrow and find out what the heck is going on. Joseph, how you doing, sir? Marcus, it is so good to see you, my brother. No, I made the movie. I have actors in the movie. I have like it's animation. Everything is animation. Because before I did this channel, I had an animation channel that was teaching people how to make animation. So I made a movie. I started back in 2014, 2013. It's on Amazon, but I'm having some problems with Amazon. So I was going to show you guys a movie trailer of the movie because I want, trying to get support for the channel and things like that, And I go back in there and they took down everything and saying that your account has been closed because you didn't comply. It's some crazy stuff. And you know what? I had made a movie trailer. No, I'm sorry, not a movie trailer, but a book trailer for my book. I put it on Instagram. Sorry. They take it down off of Instagram. I put it on TikTok. They take it off of TikTok. But the movie, the book trailer is a very good trailer. I don't know why they hate my books. I don't know. All this foolishness that goes on Facebook and Instagram, when you try to do something positive and smart and articulate, they get rid of it. They get rid of it. I was watching Facebook the other day and they had 2 people jumping. They had these group of people just fighting and kicking and punching each other. You see videos like that all day long. But you put something very smart or articulate that you're doing something, they take it down. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to have to get in contact with corporate and tell them to put my stuff back up on Amazon. If they don't, then I'm gonna have to get me a go take it the legal way because I had to do it before. I took them to court the first time. They did it. They did it the first time. Just they don't give you no warning. They don't give you no nothing. Just take it down. Just take it down. You can't even see how much royalties that you're making. You cannot even. I mean, they just take everything down. They don't notify you. They don't call you. They don't send you no emails. You go back and somebody tells you, I say, hey, guess what? I got a coloring book that you can buy. So my customer goes and say, hey, your coloring book is not on Amazon. Amazon took it off. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Sorry to complain. Oh, it's good. They say that you publish nudity or danger related to that goes against it. Yeah, they got it, but it don't act on that. They're on stuff that doesn't even go. Right, that's what I'm talking about, Marcus. It's a book. It's a novel. It's like Tom Clancy. It's like a novel. It has no nudity. It has no profanity. It has nothing. And they just take it out just like that. And they don't give you no reason why. They don't give you no reason why they take it down. All right, I got 5 people live. And let's jump in and let's get started. Okay, I got a lot for you guys today. We're going to talk about the thing, what's going on, and put the content with the girl missing. We're going to talk about women. Is it really safe for women to travel alone? I got some really good video clips and everything we're going to check out. I want you all to make a comment what you think about it. But it is getting bad out here for women too, especially women travelers. I've been hearing a lot about that. So here we go. Let's do it. What's happening? What's happening, guys? All right, let me see. Yep, you see people fighting, getting murdered. Yep, twerking, all that stuff. Yep, you see that stuff all day long. You see that stuff all day long on Instagram. I saw these people was jumping on this guy that was just kicking them, just stomping them, just beating the heck out of them. You know, and they played that video over and over and over and over again. You know, I could get on Instagram and Facebook right now, and TikTok, and you see the same thing. But each time I put something positive about my book or about my coloring book, they take it down. Say I violated the guidelines, and they'll even tell you what you did. Yep, you see people fighting, getting yep, that's what you said. Time for you to hit Mexico, Max, and get you a real one. Yeah. I'm still hooked on Colombia though. I'm going back. I'm making my reservations and everything. I gotta see Barbie again. I already miss her, so let's see. Oh, you know what too? I heard. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, brother? How you doing? QB passport. I heard that Mexico is you have to do another step to be able to go into Mexico. I think it's like some type of visa that you have to apply for now. Yeah, QP. I've heard some crazy stuff on Mexico, especially police corruption. Yeah, but I heard that they're making you have to do immigration things, something similar to Colombia. That migration, you have to go through that now for Mexico. Now they added the step. Matter of fact, on the next live, I'll see if I can find it. I don't know if you guys heard about that or not. Let's see. Mexico is a lot safer than Colombia. You think so? I don't know about that. So you said Mexico is a lot safer. Okay. I heard it's a 30, yeah, to enter Mexico is a $30 ride. And you have to fill out that paperwork because they won't let you in. Because people was going down there for spring break. People was going down there for spring break. And it was like they say it was a huge line. A huge line. You could even, excuse me, it took about maybe 4 hours to get through. People was complaining about it. And they just added that because things between the United States and Mexico is not good because we're right in the middle of a trade war right now with other countries, and it's going to really get bad. You haven't seen nothing yet. Now, because foreigners get murdered more than in Colombia. Let me see. Yeah, Colombia is. Yeah, I must admit, Colombia is dangerous, but you got to be careful in Mexico too. I understand, Marcus. Yeah, yeah. Colombia is dangerous. It is. It's very dangerous. Matter of fact, I just heard that. I just heard that another person was, well, two people was scoped again. Two people, two guys. They met this girl. They went to a bar. Met these female. The same scenario stuff. They meet the female. They bring the female back to to the Airbnb, and the girls drugged them and stole their stuff. But the good part of the story is that the security person looked out for them. The security person looked out for them. So they was able, the security person called the police, and the police came. He wouldn't let the girls out. And the police came up to the Airbnb where these two guys were staying, and they were unconscious, and they had to take them to the hospital. I don't know what their conditions is, but that happened this week. No, no, no disrespect. No. Yes, Mexico is safe. Yeah, you're right. Because I haven't heard anything about Mexico or any other place, matter of fact. But yeah, Colombia is dangerous. Yeah, you just have to, in Colombia, you just got to know how to move. I've been going to Colombia for many years, and I've really never had no problems before until the last time I was there. 40 million Americans visit Mexico every year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Mexico's getting ready to change, though. They should tell you something. Yeah, they didn't tell me anything. They just took all my stuff off. They just took it off. And I wanted to surprise you guys today, too. I wanted to surprise you all. Because your old videos from 2 years ago, you had an interview with Carlton Traveler. He said that himself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to do a lot of interviews, but a lot of these people, they want money now. No, I used to have a lot of people come on this channel, and I used to bring guests in, but it's so difficult now because everybody's about money. They want to get paid, so I'm not gonna pay nobody $100. If you got something to say that can help somebody, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with giving them a love offering or something like that. But when you talk about, I know somebody that want $300, to come on your for them to come on your YouTube channel, on your live. And I'm not gonna pay nobody no $300. That scoping is, yeah, it is. It's gonna always be there. Matter of fact, I had a woman that I brought on the show, and she talked about scopolamine in Colombia. It's been there a long time. It goes all the way back to scopolamine is part of the culture down there because they have that bocachera tree that they make that drug from. I saw it. It's like it grows on a tree and it looks like a little flower. It's white, just like that. And inside the flower have these special seeds that they take out of the flower, and then they grind it up into a powder. And if you sit under a bocachera tree long enough, you will feel the effects of scopolamine under that tree. That's how powerful this stuff is. I was concerned because my family members was out there and they got police corruption. Yeah, there's police corruption everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, Marcus, you talk about Anita. Yep. This one that don't got money wants money. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants money, man. And then what's so very frustrating, well, yeah, a little frustrating, is that you contact them on Instagram, you send them a message, say, hey, you had this experience um, with, this such and such, you've been robbed or you had some experience. Would you like to come on my channel and tell about your experience? You send them Instagram messages, but they don't answer back. So I only ask once. If they don't want to come on my show, no big deal. I don't care. Yeah, Anita. Yeah, that's her name. She's really good. I could call Anita right now and she would come on this channel if I asked her to. And she doesn't charge anything. And she gives very good information about Colombia, Medellin, especially. especially. Let's see, I heard that it was on Rizali Isles, said that Colombia is a dumb place for a vacation. No, it's not a dumb place. Colombia is beautiful. Where I be at in Colombia, I mean, it is a gorgeous place, man. Those beautiful mountains. When I the place where I stay in Colombia, when you look out the window, it's just paradise. It's paradise. I don't have no problem down there because I know how to move. If you don't know how to move, don't go down there. Guys do stupid things. Why would you invite somebody to your house that you don't know? You go to a club, you meet two females, then you bring them inside your apartment. That's a red flag right there. They don't. I guess they don't pay attention. They were talking about scopolamine. Yeah, we was talking about scopolamine. Yeah. So Marcus, I told you I was going to have the stock pick. The stock market, guys. The stock market has been doing very bad this week. It's been doing awful. Okay, Marcus, I did promise you that every live that I do, I'm going to tell you about. Let me see. Is there somebody? Wait a minute. I think somebody left a cash up here. Did someone leave something there? Let's see. Somebody left a. Let me see. Who was it? Eric, thank you very much for the cash up, brother. Eric, man, you are the best. You are the best. This is the reason why I come on here. It's because of you all. This is the reason why I come on here every week. Thank you for the cash up, Eric. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Colombia is paradise, man. It's paradise. Oh, gee, disrespect is paradise. Paradise means problems don't exist. Well, problems exist everywhere. There are people, let me tell you something, because there are people who are getting unalive here all the time. Matter of fact, when I was in Colombia, I was hearing more people were getting unalive where I live than over there. Mass shootings, people going into schools and stores. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you, I be on Facebook and you see people jumping on each other and robbing each other and acting just being a buffoonery. So stuff goes on everywhere. Colombia, let me tell you, if you move in a certain way, if you don't bring no attention to yourself, they will not bother you. Okay? All right, let me give you the stop pick today, Marcus. Because I did promise you I will give you the stock pick. Hold on, let me log into my Robinhood. I'm show my pick for today. I don't know if you guys trade in the stock market, but here, let me open it up here. Hold on 1 second here. Let me put that. Okay, I got a stock for you. It's called Barrick Gold. It's called Barrick Gold, and that share goes for $18.99 a share. Okay, this is a company that mines gold. Okay, Barrick Gold Corporation engages in production of sale of gold, copper related activities. It also provides exploration and mining development. It operates through the following business segments. Let me see. Okay, let me give you when the company was founded in 1983. The headquarters is Ontario, Canada, Toronto. Let me see what the market cap is on this one. Let me see. What is the market cap? It has a market cap of $32 billion. Okay. The 52-week low was $15.11. Now it's up $18.99. And it also paid dividends also. So this is a very good stock market. Let's see. What they were talking about. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I know more murders over here in Medellin. You have probably 40 people dead. That nothing compared to how many out there out here. Yeah, it's bad everywhere. Crime is everywhere. Let's say Trump is making the stock market more affordable. This is a great time, good stock at 20 to 30% discount. Well, I don't know about that, Chris. I think we headed to a recession, Chris. I'll let you guys hear the professor what he has to say about it. Okay. What video helped you out on how to invest in Robinhood stock market? Actually, I've been investing in Robinhood for about 4 years. So, where I work at, I know people that trade in the stock market, and they turned me on to it. They say, "Hey, invest in Robinhood." And you know what? I should have been doing this a long time ago. I should have been doing this a long time ago. So that's how I got hooked up with Robinhood. But you got other trading platforms. I think you got E-Trade and all those other platforms that you can trade stock in. But the only thing you have to do is just start an account, just start, just start investing. So it really wasn't no videos. Basically, I just picked it up myself. But I think we headed towards a recession, Chris. That's what I think was happening. I want you to listen to the professor. I just got a little clip what he has to say. Professor Wolf. He's going to kind of explain why the stock market is going down and what is actually going on. And then when we get to this, we're going to get into the other part about how dangerous it is for females to travel alone, okay? Okay, here's the professor.
Welcome, friends, to another Wolf Responds. I want to call this one the Trump slump. Not my invention of a clever phrase. It's already circulating in the financial press, both of the United States and around the world. After all, the economy, particularly after the stock market downturns of March 10 and 11, the stock market is suggesting what other indices are also suggesting, that the American economy is in trouble and may be in very serious trouble. And when investors, particularly big ones, get a whiff of that kind of thinking, they start getting really nervous that it might be time to get rid of the stocks before they tank. And enough of them felt that way on March 10th and 11th that they gave the stock market a real shock of a downturn.
You hear that, Chris? That's what he said. That's what the professor said.
What I want to do here is explain 3 of the major reasons why the stock market crashed.
Okay, Chris, make sure you pay attention to this, okay? This is Professor Wolf. He knows a whole lot about economics.
The way it did, and why the whole situation deserves the name the Trump slump. First of all, crashes, downturns. The capitalist economy is highly unstable. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, capitalist economies in this country and around the world turn down every 4 to 7 months, years on average. Every 4 to 7 years, we have what can be called a crisis, a crash, a downturn, a bump, a bust, a recession, a depression. I mean, there's all kinds of language because we can't get rid of this cyclical disease that capitalism has. It's had it for 300 years. It's had it despite all kinds of efforts to get rid of it. The capitalists are scared that every 4 to 7 years on average, millions of people suddenly lose their job. Tens of thousands of enterprises go belly up. It's really bad, and some of them are terrible. The Great Depression of the 1930s, the so-called Great Recession of 2008 and 9, and even the last one we had in the year 2020, to which we gave the name the COVID crash, which was a bad one, shows that we have not gotten rid of this disease. It's virulently present. And why is that important? Because last week, the Federal Reserve Bank in Atlanta, Georgia, issued a report saying that its economic team believed that in the United States, we would have a recession in the year 2025, this year, that our economy would drop 2%, maybe 3%. That's $1 trillion worth of output we won't see because people are unemployed and businesses are belly up. Wow. And then President Trump was asked on a television interview show on Sunday, the 9th, whether he could rule out a recession, and he said he could not. Well, that was all the investors needed to hear, and they started bailing. Monday morning, 9:30, when the stock market opened. And leading the pack, big tech. And that's an interesting phenomena because that's usually considered one of the most profitable, one of the most productive industrial sectors still left in the U.S. economy. But their stocks lost, in some cases, the most.
Yeah, the tech stocks really lost a lot. It really lost a lot. NASDAQ, it lost a lot. The S&P 500 lost a lot. And the Dow lost a lot. I mean, we lost. This has been probably the worst stock market crash. I understand, Chris. I hope you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but the stock market is very concerning right now.
So the instability of capitalism, the fact that we're due for a recession, because if the last one was in 2020 and we get one on average every 4 to 7 years, well, 2025 is 5 years from the last one, 2020. In other words, right on schedule. And Mr. Trump is not responsible for it, but Mr. Trump is not going to escape it, apparently, either.
No, he's not.
This is a part of the system that Mr. Trump is committed to preserve. So I guess we get the cycles. And they deserve, then, the name the Trump slump. But there's another reason, 2 more, in fact, that I want to go over with you to put this stock market downturn in perspective. Mr. Trump has been an extremely herky-jerky, on-again, off-again economic policy maker.
Yes, he is.
One day we're hitting Canada and Mexico with tariffs. The next day we aren't. 2 days later we're raising them. then we're exempting some
Yes,
industries
yes.
from them for a while,
Yep.
maybe till the end of the month,
Mm-hmm.
maybe longer. We're going to hit Europe with steel and
Mm-hmm.
aluminum. Who knows? No company who's got, say, a factory in Mexico or Canada is going to make the decision and spend the big bucks
Absolutely.
moving a factory from that part of the world into the United States
Right.
because there's a tariff, because he doesn't know or she doesn't know whether the tariff will be there next week, next month, next year. And you don't want to go to all that expense if what you're going to be doing is discovering you made a big mistake because Mr. Herky Jerky Trump can't figure out what he's going to do or when he's going to do it or for how long it's going to last. Veterans on Wall Street will tell you worse than.
Yeah, I told you about the Starbucks, Marcus. I told you about Barrett Gold. I just gave you the information about Barrett Gold. Here, let me pull it up for you again. This is a good gold stock. Barrett Gold is trading at $18.99 a share. Okay? It has a, hold on. We'll get back to the video in just 1 second. It has a market cap at $32.3 billion. This is a well-rounded company. And I have made lots of dividends off this company. Okay? This is gold. These are gold stocks. So gold is in demand right now. So you can't go wrong with this stock. Okay? So let me go back to Starbucks for you again. I think I gave you that one last week. Okay, Starbucks is doing not so good. It's at $16.36 a share. The average cost was usually $25. So it actually went down a lot. It went down. And let me see that. But it pays a 15% dividends. It pays very large dividends. But the market cap is really not that high. It's $1.9 billion. You know what I'm saying? So that's Starbucks for you, Marcus. So the two stocks of the day again will be Starbucks, not Starbuck, Starbuck. Okay, that's a good company to trade. And the other one I told you about is Barrick Gold. That's at $18.99. A share. That's what it's trading for. Oh, investing is easy. Only thing you have to do, Marcus, only thing you have to do is just open up an account with E-Trade. That's all you have to do. Or Robinhood. You open up an account with Robinhood and you attach it to your bank account, your checking account, and then you just buy stock. You just purchase. You just like right here. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it or not. But all you have to do is just trade. It says trade down here at the bottom, and you just buy them. It's easy. It's simple. Just like purchasing candy. It's just like purchasing anything. You just use your phone. You download the app, which is Robinhood. You open up an account, and what you do, you just start trading. Stop. That's what I did. I just started buying stuff. I said, maybe I'll buy some Microsoft today. I go in there, buy some Microsoft. I turn around and say, okay, let's buy some Google stock. Let's buy some Tesla stock. I stay away from Tesla right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Charles Schwab is really good too, right, Chris? See, Charles Schwab has a good trading platform. That's all you need to do, Marcus. Okay, let's get back to what the professor's saying. And then we're gonna move on. We got a lot to talk about tonight, especially about the girl that disappeared in the Dominican Republic. I got video clips about that, which is a sad thing. I got Mary Jane. She's gonna talk about how dangerous it is for single women to travel. And there's another girl that was in Medellin has a very interesting story about what happened to her, reason why she doesn't like to travel by herself. It can be very dangerous for women to travel alone. And I would not recommend, if there's any women on here, I do not recommend you guys traveling by yourself.
An economic downturn is an uncertain economic set of prospects, because then the investors don't make a move. They sit. And when they sit, they don't hire people, they don't buy materials, they don't open factories, they don't do all that, which keeps the economy going. And so people are very worried. We are going to have herky-jerky president for a while in
Yeah,
economics, and that's going to make every big player hesitate, and we're all going to suffer a recession because of it.
right. You hear
And
that?
there's one more aspect of our economic situation that's playing a role here. It's one American leaders don't like to face, don't like to talk about, try to deny, which only makes it worse. It's the fact
Yeah, yeah. If you sign up on Robinhood, yeah, that would give me a referral bonus. If you guys want to sign up for Robinhood, you can. But I don't be trying to, I give you guys the freedom to do what you want. Yeah, if you sign up for Robinhood, I would get a referral bonus. Um, I would get free stock if you do sign up with Robinhood. And all thing you need to give me is your name and your email address. That's all that's required. Then I notify Robinhood, say I refer someone to you guys, and they would give me free stock. That's how they do it. And I was able to get free stock too. I turned like two people on to Robinhood at my job, and I was able to get free stock because of that. Matter of fact, I got Apple stock because I referred several people to Robinhood. Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, you can do that, and just let me know when you guys do it. Just send me. You got my Instagram. Just let me know when y'all do it. Okay, but what the professor is talking about is uncertainty, and that's what a lot of companies do not like is uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving, Chris, let me tell you something. I am giving Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt. I am. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. You know, but I just see so many red flags. Because let me tell you this, just because you vote for somebody, just because you join somebody or you with somebody, doesn't mean you have to agree with everything that they do. Because I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I would talk about this even if Biden was in office or if Obama was in office. I would talk about this. So what I'm doing on this live, I'm just trying to tell you guys to get prepared for what's coming, and that is going to be one of the biggest economic crashes that you will ever see, probably in your lifetime. And I'm not fear mongering. I'm not. So whatever it is that you have planned that you're going to do, only thing I can say, do it quickly, as quick as you can.
that the American empire is declining. As I have mentioned before, we lost the war in Vietnam. We lost the war in Afghanistan. We lost the war in Iraq, and we're losing the one in Ukraine. That's the reality. We can't do what we used to be able to do for much of the.
I'm sorry for I'm going to answer your question, Chris. If he does do another stimulus program, just think about it. Where's the money going to come from? Because they're talking about cutting people. They're cutting all these jobs. They're cutting everything. Okay. So if they do another stimulus, where's the money going to come from? Because money doesn't fall from trees. But what I'm really afraid of, and I'm glad you guys are sticking around too to listen to this. What really got me concerned is that you have thousands upon thousands of people walking around unemployed. That is not a good thing.
post-World War II period, when the United States was the overwhelmingly dominant economic, political, military power. We aren't anymore. There simply is no way to fake it. The People's Republic of China has not only equaled us, it has bested us, and it continues to do so. It's growing 2 to 3 times faster than the United States, and has been for the last 30 years without interruption, including right to this minute.
Yes.
China and its allies, the BRICS, are a larger economic unit than the United States and its G7 allies. The United States and the G7 used to be the dominant economic power in the world. They aren't anymore. China and the BRICS are already bigger, and the gap between them is getting larger. And that's weighing on investors, not just American investors, but all of the foreigners who invest in the stock market in the United States. They've been doing that for 75 years because the United States was the center of this great empire, greater in its way than the British Empire that it replaced. Nobody else has 700 military bases around the world. Nobody else comes close. But we are not what we were. We are in decline, and the growing economic power is somewhere else.
Yes.
And that sits in the mind of all stock market investors, worried. How bad is that going to get? How long is it going to take? How deep will the decline go? Am I at risk in holding stocks? And the answer they reach is, yup, I am. And if I see the first sign of a panic, I'm going to get out before the next guy. And that's what happened Monday. And even if it comes back a little or for a while, everything I just mentioned that went into the downturn sits there. And it didn't go away. Absolutely. And it's not about to. And Mr. Trump isn't doing anything anywhere at this point to change that. And maybe he'll come in with big tax cuts for business and the rich, hoping that by flooding them with money, it will trickle down. Well, I got news for him. Most of the trickle down prospects never pan out. It doesn't trickle down. It stays up there with the rich and the powerful who work overtime to keep it there.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. So that's why the stock market went down, Marcus. That's the reason why the stock market went down, Chris. It's because of volatility. People don't feel very comfortable of what's going on, about the in and out decisions that he's making. You know. Yep. So there's more going on economically out there. They still laying off a lot of people. The federal workers are still being cut.
Now, after 3 U.S. tourists suddenly died on vacation in Belize, the women, all in their 20s, were found dead inside their hotel room. Trevor Ault here with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. Very strange story here. These 3 Massachusetts women on vacation in Belize, all of them found dead in the same room with no signs of violence or injury. Their family and friends say it doesn't make sense.
This morning, the urgent investigation into the mysterious deaths of 3 American women found dead in their hotel room on a girls' trip at this luxury resort in Belize.
We knew something was going on because we saw the ambulances, we saw the police.
Police say 23-year-old Kutar Nakad, 24-year-old Iman Mallah, and 26-year-old Wafay El Arar were staying at the Royal Kahal Beach Resort. Surveillance footage shows them entering their room Thursday and never leaving. The hotel manager says housekeeping got no response Friday, and they entered Saturday with a master key.
The bodies exhibited no signs of injuries.
Belizean authorities say alcohol and gummies were found in the room, but they're testing for carbon monoxide and other possibilities.
We're at a stage where we cannot definitively see what the cause of death is.
And family and friends in their Massachusetts community tell ABC affiliate WCVB they're stunned.
They were so loved and cherished in this community. It's a tragedy.
Say that there are some signs these three may have gotten sick or even overdosed, but they're not certain, and autopsies are now underway. The State Department says they're monitoring the situation very closely. They're also in touch with local authorities there.
All right. Thank you, Trevor, so much. Very sad.
Yeah, that was a very sad situation of the three girls that was found in Belize in their hotel. And let me give you guys some very, very, very good advice that you may want to invest in. Purchase a carbon monoxide smoke detector, and keep it in bring it with you when you travel. When you put it in your suitcase, you can take it out, put it on the dresser. When you go to places like Mexico, when you stay in those Airbnbs, just make sure that you have a carbon monoxide detector with you, because I think this was what happened to those three girls. I'm not for sure. I'm not 100% sure that's what happened, but the research that I did, it seemed like it was carbon monoxide that may have led to the unalive of those three women. That's a sad situation to happen. So I would be very careful. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of stories about women being a target of, when they travel to certain places, that they have to be extremely careful. You have to be careful, especially as a woman. And there's a woman, her name is Mary Jane, and she talked about how she was harassed, how people tried to pick her up. So I don't know if you guys heard of Mary Jane, but she's a YouTuber. She travels a lot. She's been to like dozens of countries. And I've been following her for maybe about 3 or 4 years. She's been to a lot. She was in Afghanistan, believe it or not, with the Taliban. She has been to some really dangerous places. So I just want to play this little clip. I want y'all to listen to what she's saying about how she feels as a woman towards, let me see. I think the same thing happened to Gene Hackman. You know what? I listened to the final report of Gene Hackman, Chris. They say he died of natural causes. He died of natural causes. That's what I heard. And his wife died of a virus. Actually, his wife died first. And then he died. And he had advanced dementia too. He had Alzheimer's. So it was. They think that she may have been dead there for maybe a week or so before they was able to find him unalive. So yeah, that was a very sad situation. Yeah, but here's Mary Jane. She's going to talk about some of the things that she dealt with traveling around, as a female. Yeah, it can be dangerous being a female traveler.
On where to go if you're a female and you want to go somewhere by yourself, but I'm going to tell you why not to first. Okay, so the first reason you should not travel alone is because the number one thing I deal with is harassment. On a regular basis, people notice I'm alone. That's also why I have my headphones on all the time. If you notice, you probably did notice I have my headphones on all the time. I realize having my headphones on mitigates, I am able to ignore people more. When I'm walking down the street and somebody's saying something weird to me or somebody's trying to get my attention, I completely ignore it. Like, I do not hear anything, and it helps a lot. It really does. It really, 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 really helps. But also, I'm not always listening to something because it's important to be aware of your surroundings. You can't just, I'm not always, it's not always that something's even playing in my headphones. It's just a tactic I use so that I can ignore people a lot. A lot of people think I'm really, 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 really young, like really young, a lot younger than I actually am. And so, I get a lot of extremely inappropriate attention all the time. all the time. And people see that I'm alone and people recognize, especially I like to switch up hotels often. I'll never stay at a hotel longer than 5 days because what happens is people watch you, you guys. People watch. You need to take this into consideration, even if you're not traveling. There are people you have no idea about watching you. And to be like, oh, every day she's going back to this hotel by herself. Every day she's leaving this hotel by herself.
Remember I told you guys that people be watching me in Medellin? I told you people be watching you. Remember I told you about the woman that came up to my door, the manager that knocked on the door? Remember I told you guys about that? I didn't know she was watching me. And she bought me a platter. She bought me a platter of food, the manager at the hotel I was staying in. And she said, you know what? I have something I give for you because everyone here says that you're a very nice guy. And I appreciate the way how you treat my employees. You know what I'm saying? So she's right. People do be watching. Sometimes I be down in the cafeteria, right? I be down in the cafeteria, get some food down there in their kitchen, you know, at the resort that I stay. And I would look at my food. I would look up and I could see the guy that's cooking, just looking between the windows or looking at where he's cooking. He's just staring at me, just watching me, just observing. When I bring company into the hotel, I notice people just staring, they're just looking, just observing to see what you're doing. When I leave the hotel and go to the store, I see people are watching me. Yes, they are. They are watching you. They are watching you. They are, especially when they know that you're a foreigner. They are watching you. She's absolutely right.
So even the staff sometimes, even the staff at this hotel has gotten really fresh with me, really fresh. Every time I'm down there, it's like, when are you going to take me with you on your next trip, you know, or something like that. Or I love men. I'm not a feminist. Please don't ever think I'm a feminist. I'm not. I love men. This is not a man hatred video. But what I'm saying is there's some dogs out here, you guys. And never put anything past anybody. Don't ever say, oh, this person would never do this, because the switch up is insane. The way people can just switch up is really scary. Really scary. I've had so many people that I felt comfortable with. I showed you that guy when I was in South Africa. I got really comfortable with him. He drove me to Lion Park from Joburg, and on the ride back, he started stroking my leg. Wow. When I tell you, you guys, you just don't know what's going on in people's heads. And to what...
You hear what she said? She said that he was stroking her leg. She was sitting in the car, and he was stroking her leg. That would just freak anybody out, that somebody put their hands on you that you don't even know who they are.
Extent sexual frustration or just like sexual attraction can really engulf somebody, and they can become like a psycho. So like, it's just scary. Yeah, solo travelers, I looked it up statistically. Solo female travelers are targeted way easier, obviously, because men usually aren't afraid of girls by themselves.
I could be afraid of a girl.
So another reason is limited emergency support. So that's something I think about often. Let's just say I come down with the flu, which I have done. That's a reason why I'm so healthy. Most of the time I'm so healthy, not all the time. I can't afford to get sick. If I get sick, who's gonna take care of me? Who? Nobody. No, there's nobody in here. No one. If I have a heart attack, what's gonna happen? I'm here alone. And that also scares me sometimes, because I'm like, if something happens to me, someone could come in here and take advantage of me easily. If I'm impaired in some kind of way, I can't afford it. I can't afford to get sick. If I come down with some kind of illness, who is going to help me?
Yeah, that is scary.
There have been situations where I have been upset and gone to the police for help, but then the police that has happened to me in Egypt. I've gone and ran. You guys know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know what has happened to me in Egypt before. And when I ran to the police for help, the police were on the same Well, they're on the same thing. They're looking at me up and down. Not even listening to me.
Yeah, she did mention that about that. She was they was trying to traffic her. Yeah. It could be very dangerous. And wait till we get into the part about the missing girl in the Dominican Republic. That's going to be very interesting. I want you guys to stay with me. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, but yeah, she did talk about that. It could be extremely dangerous for women to travel alone.
Not even caring. Also, another reason is the emotional and mental strain. Women literally don't do as well on their own as men do. That's why men used to go off to war, you know, because men by themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, one reason for that is because a man can handle a lot more alone than a woman can, if you get what I'm saying. It was a planning day. I was just sitting in here figuring out my next moves. Also, I got really annoyed yesterday. I was stalked yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Which is what else is new. I've kind of just accepted the fact that me being a solo traveler, maybe this will never stop, which brings me to the point of this video. I don't think females should travel alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Everyone who follows me, just know that I'm not promoting solo travel. I am traveling solo, but I'm not promoting solo travel. I think you should always go with somebody else. But let's just say that you literally can't. Like, there's no way that you can travel with somebody else, which is a very rare circumstance. I think you can find somebody to go somewhere with you. If you really can't, I'm gonna give you like 5 places you should go if you have no other choice. Like, you literally are like, I can't find anyone to go with me, or you just want to be brave. I do think that in certain places it's okay. But yeah, don't do the things that I'm doing. Don't do this, what I'm doing. All these countries by yourself. Just don't do it, okay? You have no idea the stalking and harassment that I deal with on a regular basis. Like, you just have no idea. Go through some talking points of why you should not travel alone if you're a female. Like, just don't do it. And kind of the scary aspects of what does and can and probably will and what might happen if you do this. And I always think you should go with someone else, especially a man. Let me tell you something, being with a man makes all the difference. You know, men get a lot of flack. They really do. They get a lot of flack, especially in the 20th century. But they're so vital. And just the presence of a man completely changes your travel experience. You know, I'm not just saying you should just find any man and hook up with him. No, I don't mean that. But I mean just the way other men will leave you alone when there is another man physically with you is just insane. So, you know, yeah, before we get into that part, I do travel alone, but I'm working on a solution. So stay tuned. I'm working on a solution for that. But first, I have some people to shout out. You guys know I'm on a mission to visit every single country in the world. Right now, we're focused.
Yep. She's been through a lot. She talked about that she's been stalked so many times. Yeah, I have a favor from you guys. Can you hit the like button, please? Just hit the like button. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Let's see what Chris is talking about. Most people don't know anything personally enough they can travel with when it comes to going outside of Mexico or Caribbean islands. Okay, most people don't know anyone personally enough that they can travel with when it comes to going, outside of the Caribbean. Yeah. Mary Jane has been through some really scary countries. She has been through some really scary countries, man. And she was in Afghanistan also. And she was taking photos and pictures and things like that. I was like, wow, she's really brave. She is a very brave, and I've been watching Mary Jane videos for a while, and she has been to some very interesting places. But I do like her. I do like her content on Japan. I do like her content on Japan. Speaking of that, I did see women in Mexico alone before. Yeah, they do be alone, and they also be alone in the Dominican Republic too. Yeah, I've seen women alone in the Dominican Republic. You get a lot of foreign European women in the Dominican Republic. You have European women, and you have Russian women that visit the Dominican Republic also. But yeah, you do see women travel alone, but women have to be very careful because I have been been getting some stories about, women being harassed, women being robbed, women being being assaulted, Let's see. Easy to find people who know to go to all inclusive, but going finding a buddy to go elsewhere is difficult, right? Yeah, I usually travel by myself too, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I always travel alone, also, And let me tell you guys what happened to me at the airport at Medellin when I was there the last time. I met someone in the migration line, and this guy walks up to me and he tells me he knows who I am. She said, "Are you Tony Rome?" I said, "Yeah." I don't know how he knew who I was, but evidently he did. And so he walks up to me and he act like we've been friends forever. He started asking me questions like, "Where you going?" and "How long are you going to be here?" and stuff. And I didn't tell him where I was staying. I did not tell him how long I would be there. I don't even know who this person is. And then he had enough nerves to ask me, maybe we could share a cab together, whatever, we could save on the cab fare. I said, "I'm not going nowhere with you. I have no idea. I don't know who you are. That's why you should never, never get into a cab or go with somebody that you don't know." I don't know who he was. He could take me somewhere and you can get kidnapped or anything or taken somewhere. I don't know him. So all of a sudden he disappears out of the line. And he goes into the bathroom. He looked kind of funny. I didn't trust him at all. But Anita told me, the one I had on my show before, she told me that there are people out there who's up to no good. They say that it's not common for women to be in these countries anyway. It's more us men. Yeah. I would not advise women to travel alone, not to places like Venezuela or not even areas in Colombia. I got a video to show you guys about Colombia too, about this female, about some stalking and things that she went through. I wish there was more people on this live. I give such very good information. People just want to see, you know, women twerking and all that type of stuff. But this type of information I'm giving you is something that can, pretty much save your life. If you're a traveler, you know, good people and bad people are in Colombia. Yeah, you got good and bad there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna get into this. I appreciate you all for staying with me. I think this is very important information. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make one mistake and it can cost you your life. It can. I mean, listen to me. Mary Jane is an expert traveler. She may be a woman, she may be a black woman, but she's a very expert travel. She's been doing it for almost 7 years, you know. And I appreciate her for giving her expertise and her knowledge about how to travel safe. And that's why I do these lives, because I want you guys to be able to travel safely. You know what I'm saying? I follow female travel sponsors. They go everywhere. Yes, they do. And we are more cautious and provide good advice to places to go and things. Yeah, they do. They give very good advice. They give very good advice. And that's why you have, and that's why I bring this type of content to the channel. Man, I appreciate y'all core people for being here. I know I'm a small channel. You know what I'm saying? People don't like this type of content, but hey, I just want you guys to be safe. And I try to give good economic news for you, because without money, you can't travel. And without a strong US dollar, we're in trouble. You can't live abroad without it. The only way that we can live abroad is that you gotta have a strong US dollar. And you gotta make good economic decisions while you have the ability to do that. Because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, But yeah, Mary Jane gives very good advice. I highly recommend her channel. Subscribe to her, because she's been through some really crazy stuff, All right, now we're going to talk about the situation in the Dominican Republic. Check this out.
A major twist. We're on the case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Let's get to the big update that came in today involving the search for Sudiksha Konanki, the missing University of Pittsburgh student who was on spring break in the Dominican Republic. The man you see with his arm around Konanki in this surveillance video the night that she went missing is now a person of interest. He has been identified by law enforcement as Joshua Reeby. This is according to the Loudoun County, Virginia Sheriff's Office, which is assisting in this case. Konanki lived in the county just outside Washington, D.C. Here's the email I got back from the Sheriff's Office today naming Reeby. It is important to note that they say this is a missing persons investigation. This is not a criminal case. And a person of interest, we do want to note, is exactly that, a person who is of interest. And in this case, this is a missing persons investigation. A person of interest is not a suspect. But let's talk about this person of interest and how they factor into this story. You can see Joshua Reeby here. He is the person in that cutoff t-shirt. Here's a picture from a family member's Facebook page. You can see what he looks like. Reeby, also a college student. He was in the Dominican Republic on spring break.
Hi, my name is Josh Reeby, and today I'll be showing you how to set up a total station.
This is video we found posted to his YouTube account 2 years ago.
Let me answer some of these questions. Salute. Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see y'all. Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Tony, what do you think about what happened to the lady missing in the Dominican Republic? I'm going to tell you what I think what happened to the girl in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to tell you what I think what happened to the girl in the Dominican Republic. Let's watch the video first, and I'm going to tell you what I think what happened to this girl in the Dominican Republic. Because you're going to see something very funny on this. Y'all hold y'all quick. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. The crazy thing is she lives in an area of Virginia. Yeah. See, y'all got to listen. See, these women that go to these countries should be listening to girls like Mary Jane that give good, solid advice about how to travel as a woman. I didn't like the DR. I found them to be rude and quick-tempered. And yeah, matter of fact, Razor almost got into it with somebody there at Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. He got into it with somebody. Yeah, I heard about that too. So let's go back over this video. And I'm going to tell you what I think will happen to this girl. And something doesn't seem right.
Person of interest. That is what authorities are now calling the man you see here with his arm around Sudiksha Konanki in this chilling surveillance video. He was the last person to see the missing American college student before she vanished as the sun came up on the beach in the Dominican Republic. This is a major twist. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Yeah, the guy was really rude to him.
Let's get to the big update that came in today involving the search for Sudiksha Konanki, the missing University of Pittsburgh student who was on spring break in the Dominican Republic. The man you see with his arm around Konanki in this surveillance video the night that she went missing is now a person of interest. He has been identified by law enforcement as Joshua Reeby. This is according to the Loudoun County, Virginia Sheriff's Office, which is assisting in this case. Konanki lived in the county just outside Washington, D.C. Here's the email I got back from the Sheriff's Office today naming Reeby. It is important to note that they say this is a missing persons investigation. This is not a criminal case. And a person of interest, we do want to note, is exactly that, a person who is of interest. And in this case, this is a missing persons investigation. A person of interest is not a suspect. But let's talk about this person of interest and how they factor into this story. You can see Joshua Reeby here. He is the person in that cutoff t-shirt. Here's a picture from a family member's Facebook page so you can see what he looks like. Reeby, also a college student. He was in the Dominican Republic on spring break.
Hi, my name is Josh Reeby, and today I'll be showing you how to set up a total station.
This is a video we found posted to his YouTube account 2 years ago. We did a dive into his background, and here's what we know about him at this point. Reeby's a senior at St. Cloud State University in Minnesota. He's a native of Rock Rapids, Iowa. In high school, he appeared to be an athlete playing football and wrestling. He graduated in 2021. Here's a video posted to his school's Facebook page where he gives advice to future graduates.
My name is Josh Reeby.
And as soon as person of interest was put out publicly today, this story got a whole new level of attention. And even though person of interest grabs a lot of people's attention, we want to be clear that a person of interest is not a suspect. No charges have been filed in this case. And according to what we've heard from Dominican authorities, this case is still being investigated as an accident, though the authorities in Virginia say nothing has been ruled out as they're assisting in this investigation. Here is what Reeby reportedly told investigators about what happened after this surveillance video shows him with Sudiksha and some of her friends going to the beach around 4:15 in the morning from their all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana. And while we have video of them going to the beach, there are not cameras on the beach, so we can't see what happens when they get there. We know that everyone in the group went back to the hotel around.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now check this out. Her two friends, they come back from the beach, but the girl's not with them. She's still on the beach with that guy. Why would you allow your friend? Why would you walk away from your friend at the beach at night and leave her there by herself with a stranger? I find that very, very odd. Why? Why would you leave her there on that beach by herself? And the guy that she was with, she met while she was there at Punta Cana. They didn't know him outside of the resort. She met him there. So her two friends, what you see here in this video, they just casually walks back to the hotel without her friend. Now, don't forget, this is at night. Say no disrespect, Chris, but still it's not cool to be rude. You're risking your job acting out online. Let me see. It's possible that the ladies had an accident drowning because 3 other people. Yeah, there's been a lot of drownings there. Man, that beach on the Dominican Republic, it is dangerous. Already there have been resorts. One body was found. Yeah, unless there is a Loch Ness Monster eating people up. Wow. 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 3 other people drowned this year. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah. When I go to the beach, I do not go into the water. Nope, 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 nope. You actually feel that water pulling you, bro. All right. I started the Dominican Republic with the Indian college, and it doesn't seem right. Okay, we can ready. I got some more video to go. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think what happened to her. They said that many people at the resort were having key cards issued getting into their rooms. Oh wow, I didn't know about that. People tell people that the Dominican Republic is not safe. I don't know. I never, you know what? I never been really attracted to going there. I don't know why. I could have been to the Dominican Republic a long time ago, but for some reason I just don't feel. Because I also heard that they don't treat dark-skinned people really well. They think that you could be Haitian. I heard they treat the Haitians bad. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard if they think that you're Haitian, they would treat you a different way. And there was a YouTuber named I Am Mara that visited the Dominican Republic, and he was treated horribly because they thought he was Haitian. Why would you go with the guy that you don't know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here goes some more.
5:55 a.m., leaving Rebi behind with Sudiksha. And according to ABC News, citing a police report, Dominican law enforcement believe that Rebi and Sudiksha went for a swim and she was swept away by a big wave and likely drowned. And according to local Dominican media, Rebi told police that he threw up and fell asleep on a beach chair. We don't see him return to the hotel until 9:55 later that morning. He's seen on surveillance video walking back to the hotel alone.
That's suspicious. At 9:55 a.m., he's caught coming back to his room without her. Did anything would cross in his mind? He said, where did she go? I'll be looking all over for her. And you know what his excuse is? He said he fell asleep. He got drunk and he fell asleep, which could have happened. But he didn't even report her missing. You go with a girl on a date on the beach, and you come back and she's not there. Did nothing go off in your head to really say that maybe there's something that's wrong? Chris, when I go to Medellin, I always stay at the resort. I always stay at the resort because the resort is very safe. I have everything. When my girlfriends come, they come to the resort. They have security, they have police, and they have people watching you. I very rarely leave the area in Medellin when I'm out there. When I go to a restaurant or something, if I'm going to a park or something, either I use their taxis or either I use an Uber. Her friends left her so she could get her hot girl summer on with old boy. The fans did not want to block her fun. Wow. Yeah, but this was at night though, you know what I'm saying? The only the one you did a video on who went to the DR. Which one you talking about, Marcus? Yes, he's definitely a person of interest because he was the last person that she was with. But listen what they're gonna say. I don't think he cared. Wow. But he's a heartless person, man. Because if I'm with a girl and we go on a date together and I go back home by myself, I don't know where she is, I'm calling the cops. But this new generation, they don't have no respect for women. A lot of them don't, though. A lot of men, there's a lot of men out there, they don't have absolutely any respect for women at all. They don't. And that's like one of the biggest complaints I hear about females, about men. I know a girl that she's really, really, really nice person. I work with her. And you know what she said? She said when she goes on date, the first thing, she said, if a man takes her out to dinner, this is what I hear from a lot of women. They say that the first thing that men want to do is have sex. They don't want to get to know them. They don't want to go on a second date. They don't want to, just be a gentleman. They don't show any, I'm not saying all men this way, but they don't show any respect for women. Yeah, he probably didn't care. Yeah, it's very versatile too, Tony. Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me, very dangerous. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Let me see, Chris, you said, I stayed at many hostels and seen many things and experienced them myself. Women do these type, let me see. And I hate StreamYard when it does this. When I say these type of things, something like going along with a guy on a late night to a beach or playing billiards all night. Yeah. Women do these type of things sometimes by going alone. Yeah. They don't want to settle down. No, they don't want to settle down. Absolutely, they don't. I was talking about, you're talking about Freud. Okay, gotcha, Marcus. Let's see. Or even just hooking up at the hostel. Yeah. Yep.
With his shirt off. Sudiksha wasn't reported missing until 4 p.m. that day. Police have found what they believe to be Sudiksha's clothing on a beach chair and have said that there's no signs of violence. Dominican media outlets citing police have raised questions about Reeby's story. He has said that he threw up, that he fell asleep on a beach chair. But there are questions about how consistent he's been when it comes to the last time he saw Sudiksha and what she was doing, whether she was in the ocean, whether she was on the shore. And at the time of this recording, Reeby is still in the Dominican Republic as this search continues. While ABC News has reported that Dominican police believe that Sudiksha's disappearance was an accident, that she drowned, her father, who is now in the Dominican Republic, is pushing for authorities to do more, to explore possibilities of foul play like kidnapping or abduction. He also told media that he didn't know who Reeby was, meaning that Reeby must have met Sudiksha while they were on spring break there at that all-inclusive resort. Sudiksha is a student at the University of Pittsburgh. Her family says that she was planning to study pre-med when she got back to Pittsburgh in the spring and then one day pursue a career in medicine. And while there are a lot of theories that are floating out there right now, we want to be clear that at this point there has been no evidence of foul play. Dominican police have searched the beach where Sudiksha was last seen with helicopters and crews on the ground. And we do want to note that this is a beach that has been dangerous. Frankly, this year it has been deadly. Earlier this year in January in Punta Cana, according to the Associated Press, 4 tourists drowned in rough sea conditions with high winds and red flag warnings. While the possibility of an accident is very much real, this story is drawing comparisons to another story of a missing American student, Natalie Holloway, who in
Yeah, I remember this lady disappeared too. This happened back in 2000, maybe 2003, but they never found her though. Her name was Natalie Ann Holloway. And she went with somebody and then she disappeared the same way.
2005 went missing in Aruba while on a trip after her high school graduation. The prime suspect in that story was Dutch national Joran van der Sloot, a very notorious name now 20 years later. He was never charged with her murder and she was never found. But he was convicted of a separate murder in Peru in 2012 and then pleaded guilty to wire fraud and extortion related to the Holloway case in 2023. The stories that we cover here at Law and Crime prove that life is unpredictable, and having a great attorney matters. And that's where we bring in our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan.
Yeah. So you guys wanted to know, what do you think? I think that happened to this young lady. Whew, man, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, so they need to let the old boy go home. Yeah, it must eat the parents up to truly know, since there's nobody to examine. Yeah, that's true. There is a possibility that she could have got swept away. It's a possibility. And maybe when he, it's a possibility that he could, when he said he fell asleep, maybe he thought that she left, went back. Because he said he fell asleep and he was drinking a lot, probably. People do get drunk. But the thing is, there's no evidence. And they say they found clothing on the chair. So it is possible that those waves could have swept her away. Now, would they ever find her body? We don't know. We don't know. But that's just one of the dangers of traveling, man. That's just one of the things that happen to tourists when they travel. That's why you have to do very serious research on where you're going. And like I say, it could have been, she could have done something innocent. She could have just walked out there. And I have heard in certain beaches, those waves will pull you in. They will suck you right in. It will pull you right into that water. And they got sharks in the water. They got predators in the water. That's no telling. So it's been about a week and they still haven't found nobody yet. It's possible anybody could wash up on, shore. It's possible. But I hope yeah, Smooth Life, how you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Yeah, it's good to see you, Smooth. Good to see you, brother. Smooth Life is in the building, yeah. But yeah, it's a possibility that she could have got pulled in the water. It's a possibility. And it was at night too. I would never get into that water at night. I would never, and I don't know if they had good lighting in that area, and on the beach. The lighting could have been poor. She probably went out too far. But I hope the family get some closure about this situation, but they probably won't find her body. They probably won't. But I remember that situation that happened to the girl in, let me show you, this girl right here. I remember this 20 years ago. This made national news. This lady right here in Aruba disappeared. And it happened almost the same way. She went with somebody, but nobody can account for what happened to her. They say they did have a suspect that the guy that she was with may have had something to do with it. But I do remember this. This was a sad situation right here. There was, some of you guys probably was like little kids back then. This happened in 2005, almost 20 years. This happened 20 years ago. And it seemed like it was just yesterday. Guys, you remember I told you how fast time moves? You remember I be telling you guys that? This thing happened. I cannot believe that this happened 20 years ago. It happened 20 years ago. And they never, ever found this woman. They never found her. Marcus, you said that's why I don't go near the ocean. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I don't go into the ocean. I just put my feet in the sand. Maybe I let the water hit it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I may let the water just hit my feet just a little bit, but I'm not going into that water. I did it one time, but I would never do that again. I was in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, it's the Gulf of Colombia. I'm sorry, the Gulf of America. That's what Donald Trump changed it to. But yeah, I was in there, and I didn't go out there in that water. I just let it just hit my feet, because it happens so fast. That wave just can suck you in, and then once it gets you, it's over. Especially with sharks. Now you know yeet. Yeah. There's sharks and stuff in there. So I got one more video I want to share with you all before I go. I'm getting ready to break away from here in a minute. Get something to eat. Let me see. I'm going to the beach. I want to start going in more, but I definitely not going past my mid body. You be careful. Be careful of that beach, brother. Nope, don't go that far. Smooth life. It only takes a minute for it to pull you in. They gotta be one of the worst way to go, though, man. Drowning. Drowning gotta be one of the worst way to go. I am questioning if I should go that far. No, don't go that far. Hey, Tony, what do you think about the rest of the former Philippine President Duterte? You know what? I do not know. I'm going to have to read up on that, but I heard he got arrested. I'm going to have to read up on that, brother. Let's see. Marcus, updates on Colombia according to you. Well, I am going to Colombia in June. But I need to talk to you all about something on the next live. I'm getting ready to do something kind of risky a little bit. It's a little risky, but we're going to talk about it. I'm going to put it like this. Not really bad risky, but it's kind of like putting you into that gray area. I'll be honest with you. And some beaches have nets so people can't go past that, or at least, I guess every place is different. Smooth Life, I'm not for sure which beach have that, but I'm sure there's something they do, and probably something I guarantee the Dominican Republic don't have it. They do not have it. So I got this one last video you guys gotta watch. And we're gonna talk about this. Is another female that was harassed in Medellin. And man, you gotta hear this story, man. She dealt with a stalker, a real stalker, a crazy guy. There's a lot of crazy guys walking around. And you know what, y'all? It makes it bad for us. I want me a good woman. You want to date a good woman. They scared of you because they think you're a creepo. Like Mary Jane was talking about. She said that these guys, she was sitting in the car and the guy was just massaging her leg, got his hand. Get your hand off of me. But she was afraid to say something because she could make a person violent, Even Anita said women don't go to Colombia that much. No, they don't. No. I would not. I know I've seen women to go to Colombia, but I wouldn't advise them to go there by themselves. So listen to this young lady, man. She's going to tell you what she dealt with dealing with a stalker in Medellin. Okay? I don't think it's safe for females to travel alone worldwide. I think it's only safe for them to go to tourist areas and traps. Yeah. They shouldn't be going alone by themselves. So here we go. This is going to be interesting when you get ready here. So stick with me, guys. Don't go nowhere. Here we go.
This is the peak event. I have never experienced this anywhere before. One night in Medellin, I went out with friends. We walk on one street, residential area. So that area looks super nice, super clean. So I had a conversation with one of my friends in English. And then my Colombian friend look at us and do shh, 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 like no talking. At that time I was super shocked. I was like, why we can't talk? And she was like, shh, shh, shh. Okay, so we keep walking, follow her because I start to feel something is not normal here anymore. Come to find out later, so the reason why you cannot speak English is because that can put you to be in a position of being a target for pickpocketer, robber, whatever. And a couple weeks went by, then things really happened. I was on the way back home with my friends and on one random street. When I say random, it's not like random like ghetto, random dangerous. It's like the neighborhood that we have always been walking, the neighborhood that I get familiar with, the neighborhood that looks super nice, super clean, full of bars and restaurants. And yes, it happened. We were having conversation in English. And then I start to realize, I start to hear the sounds of, the gate open. Look back, see a group of guys, 5 of them walking out of the house. And then one guy from that group come to us and start to have a small conversation, like a small talk. Very general, very simple, like, where are you from? How long you have been staying in Medellin? Do you like Medellin? How long you'll be in Colombia for? Random stuff like that. And the next thing we know, one guy snatched the phone from my friend's hand because that friend of mine is using the phone for the Google Map. One guy snatched the phone, ran away, together with the guy that spoke English with us the whole entire time, having conversation with us. Now, as I told you, there are 5 of them. So 3 of them was still there. 2 of them was behind my back. Okay, I forgot to mention one thing. I was with 2 friends at that time. Okay, two of the local guys was behind our back, and one is in front of us. They have knife in their hand. I never experienced, I never be in a circumstance that knife literally have a physical touch to my body before. That freaked me out so badly. My thought at that time is they could stab us to death to shut our mouth. Maybe.พอเขาเอามีดมาแตะที่ท้องเราปุ๊บแล้วเขาก็คือตอนนั้นตาคิดว่าตาจะตายแล้วค่ะคือตอนนั้นตาคิดว่าตาจะตายแล้วนะ After the guy that got the phone and the guy that spoke English disappeared from that road. Maybe he ran to the corner of the street. I don't know what happened. The 3 guys run away. Didn't harm us. We are all safe. I didn't have any valuable stuff with me at that time besides the cash in my pocket. Interestingly, that they didn't try to like get anything from me. Maybe because I don't have the bag, but they didn't try to like, you know, like try to check สำรวจว่ามีอะไรอยู่ในกระเป๋าไหมเพื่อที่จะได้แบบขโมยเขาไม่ได้ทำ They didn't do that. The reason why I said I didn't carry any valuable stuff with me at all, even the phone. This is the first time that I didn't bring the phone out. And the reason why is because my phone got stolen like a couple days before this happening occur. My phone got stolen, my money got stolen, my camera got stolen. I didn't really have any valuable stuff anymore at that point of time. So yeah, I'm safe. Because I think if I bring the camera out on that day.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, you don't have to worry about me, Smooth Life. Let me tell you something. I'm the master of the game. You don't have to worry about them taking advantage of me. Oh, no. Yeah, I dealt with all kinds. That's a part of the reason why they do not know they are going to get put in a less resistance. Yeah.
And random guy snatched the camera away from my hand, I probably would chase after, like, which if I do that, I'm probably gonna die, or I might like be in more shocking position, like be in. It might affect my it might affect my mental health even more if someone really snatch my camera and run away like that. But it doesn't happen like that. So for my camera and my phone that got stolen, I also blame it on myself. You know, it's different situation because when it comes to getting robbed, like on the street like that, with a knife involved, with the weapons involved, I don't blame it on me and my friends. I blame it on the local, that particular individuals that did that to us. I blame it on them 100%. But to my camera and my phone that got stolen is also part of my fault. I got pickpocketed. I experienced this first time when I come back from having dinner with friends. We walk back home, we open the first gate, lock the first gate, walk to the second gate, open the second gate, about to lock the second gate. We look back out. For my apartment complex, the wall is pretty low. You can see, if you are at the point of the second gate, you can see the whole entire street very well. So we look back out, we saw a guy that literally to me looked like a zombie. We both assumed that he's high on drug. Possibly, we assume, because of the way he acted. He stared at us for so long, no blinking his eyes, for such a long time. Mouth wide open, look at us in such a creepy way. It literally put me in a position that I feel like I'm in a horror movie, in a way. Okay, fine. He looked.
Yeah, you remember Smooth Life? I'm just doing videos on women traveling alone and some of the things that they have to deal with while traveling alone. You know what I'm saying? So what she's talking about is she's giving her story about what happened while she was in Medellin, that as a single woman traveling alone can attract very, very bad people, you know. So she's just giving her story about how she's been robbed and, you know, in her experience. And just finished listening to her story.
Look at us. I have learned about this concept in when I travel in Mexico actually, and it works with me all the time. People told me that when someone like kind of like look at you and you sense that they want to harm you or something, kind of like look back at them, or like don't act weak, act like you're strong. You can't act weak. That is what I learned in when I travel in Mexico. So I apply that in Colombia as well. This guy look at us, I look back at him, I stare at him, and in a time span of us like staring at each other for a long time, I think it's like minute to 2 minutes, I don't remember, but anyway, it's just a long time. He doesn't blink his eye at all. Exact same position, mouth wide open, very creepy. I was like, okay, I give up. I think at least now we are safe. We are in the apartment complex.
Remember what Mary Jane said? You remember the woman I just showed you guys how many creepos that she have to deal with? The guy that was rubbing on her leg when she got into the car when she was in Africa.
We're safe. I walk back inside the apartment complex with my friends. And then, I don't know for how long, about maybe 30 minutes later, about that, quite a long time, I want to throw away my trash bag. I want to throw away the trash bag. So I walk out of the apartment complex, arrive to the second gate area, look back out, that guy was still at the exact same place. Still stare toward the apartment. He saw me walking out, made eye contact. It was such a creepy moment. Fine, I walk back inside the apartment right away. I get to see him again. I saw him 3 days in a row in front of the apartment. One day, I went out to the grocery store and I start to sense that someone look at me in some way, like I have the intuition that someone look at me. I look around, saw the exact same guy. I run to the apartment. I don't care. At that time I lost sense of sound and everything. At that point I felt like I have to move out from this apartment because I start to feel insecure. This guy keep coming back. This guy know where I stay. I need to move out to the other apartment. My solution at that time was to move to a more touristy area. There's one neighborhood in Medellin called El Poblado, in which I visit that neighborhood once. Full of coffee shop, bars, restaurants, look more fancy compared to the other neighborhood in Medellin. Super nice, remind me of Tulum, Mexico in a way, if you have been to. Full of like westernized restaurant. Western restaurant.
She's a cutie though.
To me, that area, I walk around that area, I feel super safe. But then what is next? I don't feel comfortable to be in the other neighborhood in Medellin at all, because when I walk around, even in touristy area where there are a lot of tourists there, a lot of local there, I got stalked all the time. Every single time that I went out, I got stalked somehow in some shape or form. Would I just stay in El Poblado? To me, El Poblado, even though it's safe, but it doesn't give me anything. Like, it doesn't provide any value to me besides, yes, the place to hang out, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and I feel like I cannot go on with this anymore. I want to rest my mind. Normally I can push through, but at that point I just cannot. I just cannot push through anymore. It's just too much. It's just like you turn on this side, you got slapped. You turn on this side, you got slapped, and you keep getting slapped for like 10 times in a row. That kind of feeling. And you were like, no, I can't keep sitting here and get slapped. That kind of feeling in a way. I have to, step out, right? So I didn't get slapped. That kind of feeling. I decided to leave.
Yep, she finally left Colombia after that. Yeah, it's not safe for women to travel alone. And I just wanted to share some of these videos with you guys about what they go through. And I don't know what's going to happen with the situation in the Dominican Republic. I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. But we need to keep the family in our prayers. That got to be the worst thing to go through, that you have a loved one that goes on a vacation, but they don't come back home and you have no idea where they are. The family, they need closure on things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was, she just had a bad time in Medellin. She got stalked many times and, people following her. She's a very beautiful woman. I've seen some of her other videos. She's very attractive. And she was down there with another Colombian girl and they both got robbed. Both of them got robbed. But it seemed like she was in a very bad area though. But this is some of the things that women go through traveling. And I had some more videos. I don't want to load you up on all these videos about, women's experience of traveling. There was another woman that was in Cartagena that almost got robbed by gunpoint. And she was in tears. Let a man do this, he goes to jail. Yeah, well, nowhere is safe, guys. There's nowhere is safe. You got crazy psychopaths walking around in my neighborhood. Okay? You got crazy people walking around because you got too many people unemployed. Like I told y'all, in my economic collapse videos I showed you all, I told you there are people who are losing their insurance, losing their jobs. They can't get their medication. So what they going to do? They're going to go out in the streets. I told y'all. It's dangerous everywhere. You got crazy people walking around here. Yeah, it is getting dangerous in Rio. I've heard. Yes. I know somebody that got robbed 3 times in Rio de Janeiro. Yes. I brought somebody here. You remember I brought a guest on here. The Swedish gringo. You remember the guy I brought here? I brought him on my channel, did an interview with him. He's in Rio de Janeiro right now. Oh, it's really bad in Johannesburg. Oh my God. Yeah, America's becoming crazy. It's going to get worse. So when all these people keep losing their jobs and the private sector keep losing jobs, then you're going to see some really crazy stuff out here. Women don't trust us anymore. It's hard to get dates now. Because the biggest complaint, because I work with, at my job, I work with at least 97% women. and they all tell me horrible stories of crazy men. I just watched a video the other day. Right? It was this woman trying to get away from her boyfriend, right? She tried to get away, and she was running around the parking lot. It was at an apartment complex. I don't know exactly what city this happened in. You know what he does to her? When he catches up to her, he pulls out a gun and he unalive her right there on the spot. And the neighbors watched. They couldn't believe what they saw. These guys are psychos out here, and they're very abusive to females. I guess women he didn't know, or the rest. Yeah. Sorry for the banter, Colombia, but I am just trying to calm down. That's all. No, it's okay. You think we're going into it? Yes, we are going into a recession. Absolutely, we are. It happens every 7 years, from five to 7 years. It's like a cycle. Matter of fact, I played the video of the professor. You missed it. And he talked about it. Trump and Biden and Trump are deals. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Women don't just say yes, but most of the main reasons we are not getting. Yep, that's right. We're not getting dates. I'm telling you, it's because they are not giving the average guy a chance. It's not that they don't want to give the average guy a chance. It's just that they're afraid to. A lot of them is like I said, at my job. Let me tell you this. At my job, I work with 97% women. And they say the number one issues of dating men is that a lot of them are psychopaths. They're very possessive. And they will unalive you. Some of these guys, they can't handle it. Especially if the woman gave them some. If the woman gave them, that makes them even crazier. I've been hearing a lot of women becoming unalive from bad relationships. I think the search will be ended in the DL this week for the missing lady since it's been 7 days for searching. Yeah. I think they're going to come to the end too. I think they're just going to count it as a loss because their expectations are too high. While some are, dating is a mess and the ladies are crazy, delusional. It means nasty to the average guys. America is also isolated and we can't meet new people. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not saying all, but a lot of them are afraid of us. I'm telling you. Listen to the OG. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for almost 60 years. I know what I'm talking about. And one of the main reasons why women don't give us the time of the day is because some of these imbeciles out here. Stagflation with Biden and recession with Trump. Both parties will blow. Yeah, it's going to be. I don't think, you know what? I don't think we're going to go into a recession. I think we're going to go into a depression. That's what I think it's going to happen. Just me. Not you, Tony. The past average guy there messing with bad boys. Yes, they do. Yep, they do. You're right. Yep. I think those women are picking and attracting. Yeah, some of them are, but some of them not. They do. Some of them do pick the wrong guys. But you remember when I told you guys that it could just be the few people that could make it bad for everybody? You remember I told y'all that? The majority of us can be good, but it only takes a few people to ruin it for everybody. Yep, that's true. I seen women who was the same, had expectations. Yeah, you're right. I think many women are socially awkward and don't go outside, but live life completely on social media. Yeah, that's true. Social media, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you too. They do, you know what, they do give the bad boys more play, seems like, than the average guy. Because you know what, Smooth Life, um, let me tell you this, Smooth Life. I never will forget this. One day I was working at a nursing home. This was years ago. I will never forget this as long as I live. And me and this black girl used to work together. Real cool girl. I'll never forget her. And one day I walked into the lounge where we take our breaks, right? And she looked up at me. She gave me this look. And she said, you know what? I could never date no man like you. I said, why not? Why wouldn't you date a guy like me? You know what she said? She said, you're too nice. That's what she told me. What she meant by being too nice, I don't know what she meant, because I just treat people with respect, you know? But you write that song that, like, the bad boys, you're absolutely right, Smooth Life. Females are programmed to go after bad dudes in westernized countries, or the case of good girls, get it? And when the abuse happens to the women, they go feminizing on most men. Yep, that's true. You're right. You got caught up in the wrong girl. Yeah. Other races of females in America look down on the average guy and the average black man. Yes, they do. They do, absolutely. But you know what? It usually changes girls. Have any of you all seen that video? Watch this YouTuber called Gold Diggers. Have y'all seen that? Have any of y'all seen his videos? His name is London. And he be driving around in a truck Lamborghini. And he be pulling gold diggers. And he walks up to the girls and he tries to talk to them and articulate with them, but they don't want to give him the time of the day. Then he said, okay, yeah, London, yeah. He said, what, dude? It's kind of a funny video, though. And then he says, okay, you have a nice day. And he walks to his Lamborghini. He opens up, he pops the alarm to get back into the car. Then the girl turns back around and tries to wave him down. They changed their mind. I seen him. I used to watch him. Yeah, it was funny. It was real funny. Yeah, that's right, Chris. All right, guys. I'm getting ready to end this live. It was good chopping it up with you guys again. My back is starting to hurt a little bit on this chair. Sitting here for 2 hours. It was good chopping it up with you guys, man. But we're going to, I gotta tell you all some things that we're doing on my next trip, okay? It may have some gray areas in it too, what we're gonna talk about. Yeah, it was the Lambo. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lambo. Yeah, Lambo. That's the name of that car. Yeah. that video. So, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, that I'm getting ready to go. You know what worries me about London when he be having those girls, meeting all those different women coming into it? I don't know if that's scripted what he's doing. I don't know if that's scripted what he's doing. But I get nervous for him because some women can be very, very, very vindictive. They can be very vindictive. You know, he be getting into arguments with some of those girls, and they can, you know, try to, you know, accuse him or something. So I just hope he be careful. All right, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all for coming. It's always good chopping it up with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I hope you guys did. If y'all did, just leave it in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the videos. You know, when y'all leave comments in the comment section, hit the like button. That really helps the algorithm a lot. Okay, you say you think it's scripted, smooth life. Okay, I think so too. It gotta be. I heard some of those gold digger videos are scripted, but in common for most of those girls, especially if they're from LA for it to be cool. Yeah, it's probably is scripted. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's scripted too. Yeah, I think it's scripted. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, many are very vindictive. Yeah, they are very vindictive. You know, he had one of those girls in the car, and he told them that they're gold diggers and that, you know, because some of the girls he be talking to kind of bad a little bit. I said, bro, that girl can get out your car and walk right down to the police station and say that you and put allegations on you. You know, that's very dangerous. I wouldn't do nothing. But like you said, Smooth Life, it could be scripted though what he's doing. So, all right, my brothers, it was good chopping it up with you guys. I'm gonna get some rest here, rest my shoulders. It was good talking to y'all. Marcus and most girls from LA and I know on the good side, all because places like LA are hot spots. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Yeah, I hope they find that girl. I hope they find her. Yeah, I hope they find her, man. I hope they find a girl in the Dominican Republic. And if any woman is watching this video, you be safe when you travel, okay? Be very, very safe when you travel. Don't be getting in cars with strangers and all that stuff. And try not to travel alone. That's the best advice I could give you. At least that's what I hear. Yeah, you're right. I think it's scripted. Yeah, you're right. Okay, God bless everybody. Thank y'all for coming on this live, and make sure you hit the like, subscribe, subscribe. Thank you very much, and you all have a blessed day. And it was good chopping up, and I will see you guys in a week. I may start doing videos in between too, you know, to get my watch time back up again. So it was good talking to you guys. I think this was a good live, and we got a chance to learn about what women go through when they travel alone. So, okay, peace. I love every last one of you all. Goodbye.